Hi guys, today we're going to go ahead and learn how to make a ball bearing spool holder for your Prusa printer. This should work on Prusa MK2S, MK3S. I'm using MK3S Plus, the latest version. This spool holder will allow you to use ball bearing spool holder. I made this so I can use TPU material without any clogging, so the filament is fed to the extruder with no restriction. I've been able to increase my TPU speeds from like 20 or 30 millimeters per second to 200 millimeters per second, and also increase my maximum volumetric speed from 2.5 to 8 millimeters cubed, which practically now I'm getting the same speeds that I was printing with PETG. And I love this spool holder because you can actually go ahead and use it for larger spool, like 3 kilograms, 5 kilos. I initially looked for a spool holder that I could mount on top of the printer so I don't need extra room. So I remixed an existing mount from Thingisverse to make it more stable and so I can hold bigger spools. Let's go and take a look. Hi guys, so we're going to go ahead and slice this. For print settings, I do recommend parameters of 5. And you can have horizontal shells or you don't have to. I'm not going to put horizontal shells because I want to actually show the infill, which is kind of cool. I'm using layer height 0.3. Infill, I do recommend around 20%. 15% actually should do fine. Honeycomb, I feel like honeycomb is the strongest. And you're going to go ahead and import all the files you need. So let's go and find it. So you're going to need left arm, right arm, 2 of these. All right, let's go ahead and try to print most of it. Let me rotate it this way. And also rotate this to get most prints out of this one print. Yeah, let's get that real close. All right, that's 2 arms. You're gonna need one left, one right. And let's go ahead and import the rest of the stuff. So you're going to need 4 of these tires. Now, I do recommend scaling this to 101. Most 608 bearings should fit with 101 scale. I found 100 did not fit. And then for the dial here, I do recommend actually printing about 97. Oops. 97. So you're going to need 4 of these. And let me actually get the spacer out. And also this will not fit at 100, so I do recommend about 94. Right, scale it. Make sure you scale it before you copy and paste. We're going to need 4 of these. Try to align them as close as possible to the next object to avoid stringing. I'm going to do copy paste. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And also you're going to need 4 of these. 1. Also, you're going to need 4 of these. So that's all the parts you're going to need, right? I do recommend actually 0.2, 0.3. The screws don't work that well, so at least 0.2 or less. Let me discard that and go back to infill. 15% should do. Honeycomb, if you use honeycomb. And do 5 perimeters and 0 horizontal layers. And let me show you how that's going to look like. Oh, actually, you know what? You're going to need the layers because of the screws. If you want to print out the big ones, print it without the horizontal. That way you get a nice infill show. If you want to do it all in one go, I just recommend about 3 layers each. That should be plenty for vertical and horizontal. And that's going to look like that. And let me actually delete. Let me delete the color change here. I had it for some odd reason. So that's going to look like that. And also I do recommend for infill, Solid infill threshold area, set that to 100. That will allow the smaller parts to be 100% infill, such as the screw part. Right? So you can see some of this stuff is all 100%. And only the large infills are in honeycomb format. Alright, that should be all good to go. Let's print it out. Just gonna see how long it's gonna take on a Prusa MK3S Plus. It's gonna take 11 hours. Save it to your SD card, or if you're using auto print, you can go ahead and print it all the way. All the parts. Yeah. Hey guys, so if you want to get this on the El Cheapo, get the 608 bearings for like 20 bucks. You can get like 100 of them. The problem with these is that they come super greased with hard grease, so they don't really roll well unless you're using it for some kind of machinery. So what you do is, to get rid of all that grease, just put it in a cup and put some lighter fluid, right? Go ahead and put lighter fluid somewhat over it. Right, and just shake it around. Okay, and I'm gonna just grab 4 of these out. They will literally ungrease it within seconds. So these are out, and you can see now it rolls really nice. Look at that. So they might still not roll well. These sleeves kind of suck. I actually recommend to take them off. Actually, they're not working bad. So got rid of that. Looking good. Now, I do recommend taking the spacers off if they don't roll perfectly. Like this one doesn't roll. So I'm gonna go ahead and use a knife. Maybe just take one of the sides out. Yeah, that's rolling really well. I've got this bearing oil I got. You can get some kind of bearing oil and put a few drips on there. That should really get it super smooth. All right, once that's done, we're gonna go ahead and insert it. The non-spacer inside like that, and that should fit just snug like that. And we're gonna go ahead and grab this, put that in there, put a spacer, and then put this side first like that, and then we're gonna go grab the screw and screw it in nice and tight. Don't over tighten it, just make sure there's no play right there. Check out the bearings. Rolling really well. Maybe just a tiny bit. Now do that for all the 4 sides, and you should have a very nice ball bearing spool. Okay guys, so they're both installed. There should be no play in the bearings. Alright, maybe just a tiny bit. Make sure all roll well, just like that. Alright. So this guy. Let's go put it on. Hi guys, I also do recommend printing out this little guide. That'll help it when you're running out of spool, it won't hit the gears. So put this on. You're gonna go ahead and put this side on first over here, just like that. All right, should be pretty sturdy there. And then you're gonna go ahead and align the wheels. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and just snap it on there. Alright, and now the wheels, all 4 wheels should be turning like that. See that? You can see there's very little friction, and you should be ready to go. And thanks for watching this video. Have a great day, guys. Subscribe, try this if you have a Prusa. Yeah, and let me know how it works, and I'll see you guys in the next one.